statement, are cowardly attacks on innocent people. But this attack stands out for its appalling, sickening cowardice, deliberately targeting innocent, defenseless children and young people who should have been enjoying one of the most memorable nights of their lives.
A college in Lancashire says one of its students died at the concert. Georgina Calendar, 16, with a health and social care course at Renshaw College. The Labour leader, Jeremy Corbyn, said he was terribly sad for the families of the victims and paid tribute to the emergency services. The Chief Constable of Greater Manchester, Ian Hopkins, said the blast is the most horrific incident the city had ever faced. Emma Johnson from Preston went to pick up her teenage children from the gig. She was around 15 feet away from the explosion.
You sit at home and you watch these things on TV and you think how awful, how terrifying, until you are in that situation. It is the worst feeling I have ever experienced in my life.
Victoria Station, which is next to the arena, is closed. Theresa May will chair a second meeting of the government's emergency COBRA committee later, and then she'll head to the city to meet the Mayor, Andy Burnham, and the Chief Constable. British Transport Police says more officers will be on duty at key railway stations across the UK. Extra police have also been deployed in London. The attacker was thought to have been carrying an improvised explosive device, but no group has said it was behind the attack. Our security correspondent is Gordon Carrera.
I've been speaking to counter-terrorist police and security officials in the last few weeks, and they all were worried that the tempo of activity in counter-terrorism had been increasing. But I have to say their greatest concern was something low-tech. It was, someone with knives or with vehicles.
All campaigning in the general election has been suspended. There'll be a vigil this evening in front of Manchester Town Hall in Albert Square. And a telephone number has been set up for those who are concerned about friends or relatives. It's 0161 856 9400. That's 0161 856 9400. Let's get some sport with Dana.
Nick, some news regarding tomorrow's Europa League final. Greater Manchester Police are in conversation with their Dutch and Swedish counterparts in Stockholm to discuss the impact of last night's attack on the fixture. Manchester United will face Ajax in the Swedish capital tomorrow evening. UEFA, meanwhile, have accepted a request from United not to hold their pre-match press conference this evening and issued a statement urging fans to arrive at the stadium as early as possible for extra security checks. Organisers of the Great City Games, which are set to take place this weekend in Manchester, say they are awaiting advice from the authorities before providing an update on the status of the free unticketed event planned for this Friday. A public half marathon and a 10-kilometre run is also due to take place in the city on Sunday.